So the topic today is a hole in your heart. So let's think of it like this. When you're young, like Charlie, life's fun, right? Life's awesome, life's fun, right, Charlie? Yeah. And then you get a little older, and some of us get a little lonely. We're looking for that someone in our life to fill a hole in our heart, right? We want someone to be with us, to take care of us, to care about us. We want someone to help fill that hole because we feel it. We feel that need to be part of someone, with someone, and there's like a hole in your heart. But we don't understand the problem with that. And this has happened with some of our members and with myself. You let someone come fill that hole in your heart. It's like imagine the heart and there's a hole and they patch it. So they're the one holding your heart together. And you're so happy. Your heart is pumping and it's full of love and it's great, right? Until it's not. Until you start to fight, until you start to feel angry and sad. And eventually you have to break up. What happens to your heart? Well, now imagine like your skin that gets a cut and you patch it and then you pull the patch off. How much pain are you going to be in? Quite a lot. And now you have to patch that hole again. Some people fall for the same mistake and they try to look for another person to patch that hole, right? And then what happens? You feel happy for a while and then eventually you have to break up. Do you know why those relationships don't last? Because you have too much reliance on the other person. You're expecting them to change and save your life. But do you know the relationships that do last are the ones where it's a mutually beneficial and each person does not need the other person to fill the hole in your heart. If you can fill the hole in your own heart with confidence, with good actions, with kindness, with sharing, with intelligence, your heart will be whole. Then when you partner up with another person, you don't have to have them fill anything. You can just spend time with them, and when they come into your life, they come, and when they leave, they leave. And that kind of brings me to the second topic that we were talking about yesterday, that do you realize that the people in your life are just like the sun and the moon? They come, they create benefit, and then they leave. You can't ask them to stay forever. It made me think of like Kunyai, like our super chef, super nun, right? When I was younger, she was just Nanoi. She was my mom's friend. Then like when I started practicing the Dhamma, she was my mom's friend. And then when she ordained the first time, she was the nun that I visit sometimes. But then when I became a monk, and then she became a nun, suddenly our relationship changed. We became very close. We had some fights, we got very close. And the relationship changed. And eventually the relationship will change again, depending on the time and the situation. So what should we do? What should we do if we know that's to be true? If you know that people come into your life and they will leave eventually, make sure you make that time the best time. Treat them well, treat them respectfully. Like in families where you know your son's gonna go off to school, go off to join the Air Force, or was it the Navy or the Air Force? The Navy, right? You don't know when they're gonna come back. So in the time that you have together, don't spend it complaining, don't spend it nagging, spend it enjoying time together because your time together is very precious. And so, in conclusion, if you feel like you have a hole in your heart, don't look for someone else to fill it. Learn to find ways to fill it yourself. That way you can be a more complete partner to the people around you.